anybody that's so good evening, everybody. It is Shauna Michelle. And then we like to say now, Tanya Poe, Miss Tanya Poe, who is here tonight. It is March 10th. I have no idea how it's March 10th, but it is beautiful. We're grateful. We're so happy that you are here tonight. We are going to come at you with several what to expect, things that are going on. So get your pen and paper ready. But let's first welcome our new family. Okay, everybody put into the chat a high five, a number 5 into the chat for all of our brand new LifeVantage One Person Big Difference family, and just welcome them and let them know that they are loved and welcomed, and we're so excited to have them here to make a difference and to make a difference in their life and everybody that they touch. We're just so happy and welcome you. We are going into a beautiful season of global convention that happens every like 18 months. I remember when we first joined, the convention was 2 weeks after we joined, and we were never going to look at this as a business. We had no clue what network marketing was, any of it. Tried to disprove the products. We tried to disprove the business. And Carrie Williams, who is on our team support, she kept saying, you got to go, you got to go. And I kept saying, thanks, but no thanks, thanks, but no thanks, thanks, but no thanks. I am very sick. We have businesses, we have kids that are little, there's no time and no money. But thanks, but no thanks, thanks, but no thanks. And then finally she said, it'll cut 6 to 12 months off your learning curve, period. And when I heard that, my heart was, we had no earnings disclosure statement then, so I had no idea that it was a legitimate business. But when I heard that, I said, oh my gosh, I have got to find a way. Why? Because she said, it'll cut 6 to 12 months off our learning curve. And if I really want to help people, which that was my feeling here, put a 1 in the chat if your heart is you really want to help people. That was my heart. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I just spent all this money. We don't have it. Everything is crumbling in the mortgage world. We had to induce labor because of work. I mean, like, I was so sick. We didn't know how much longer I was potentially going to live. Like, all the things were going against us. But I just was like, okay, I will go. And it was a big risk. And Sean surprised us at the last second. And now it'll be 14 years at the end of this month that we've never missed an event, because they told us, if you really want this, you've got to show up. And I don't know if you guys saw, but tonight in One Person Big Difference Facebook, I'm so happy you are all here. So first of all, just know I see you, I honor you, and I thank God for you. My heart is for you. And my heart is for you to know this is real, to know the impact that you're making on people, and to just know that by showing up every minute, we don't take for granted. And your time is precious. But I just remember from the beginning, Carrie Dickey saying, if you want to go up, you got to show up. You got to show up to go up. You got to show up to go up. And sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh. And we got another call. We got this, we got that. But we had a Carrie Dickey call every Monday from 11 to 12. That was 1 hour. Every Thursday night, we had another hour call for opportunity call. Every Saturday, we had an hour call, which was called just a training call, a proven plan call. And then Sunday nights, we would have team calls for at least an hour. And I just remember them saying, you got to show up to go up. I'm like, okay. I'm trusting the process. Blind faith, right? You're just trusting the process. And I've heard people over the years say, you know what? That's awesome, but I don't need it. I'm so jacked up. I'm so excited about what we have. I know everybody needs this. I don't need it. And I get it. But guess what? We all need it. We all need it to show up, to see each other, to build community. But the other thing that I mentioned when I went live today, just to promote tonight, was we have to remember too, that when we are bringing in teams and whatnot, you might have all that energy in the world, but you need to show up for your team, right? You got to show up for them and be there for them and be the example, and to know what's happening too. Because you're going to hear some things tonight where we're like, oh, dang, wow, that I've heard this 10,000 times, but it finally hit me. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I've heard things, put a 2 in the chat if you've heard things a million times, but there's like one day where you're like, oh, I got it now. I finally understand what they're talking about now. Like, it just makes sense, but it's just that repetition of showing up. or you're going to hear somebody share something and you're going to be like, my friend over in Idaho needs to hear this information now. They need to hear exactly what Tanya said, or, there's just so many things. So first of all, we just honor you, but please show up for you, right? Show up for you, and then show up for your team, and make sure that these calls are always a part of everything that you do. And please, if you're not going to convention, put a 5. I always like the 5 because it's a high 5. Put a 5 in the chat if you're going to convention next month. Do it if you're not committed to go yet. There's things that are up in the air: finances, time, work, kids stuff, family stuff. I know, trust me, I get it. We've had to shuffle things on all avenues: finances, family, work, all these different things. But just know it's one of those things that I will promote until the last second, because I do know the worth of it. And it's not for me, it's for you. And lives, you'll hear the sayings a million times that events change lives and leaders are born at events. So let's get to it. Tanya, you've got the slide deck. We're going to go through a few things. And do you want to speak, or do you want me to keep sharing? Let's give everybody, Tanya, a round of applause, you guys, for she's always just shows up for all things needed. As Sean's been dealing with a lot of nerve and back stuff, Tanya and others just say, let me show up for you. So she's been there to help with this. So thank you, Tanya.
Yes, I'm here if you need me.
Okay, so here we go. So convention, it was just announced. But here's the deal. Your mind is going to be blown when you go to convention and you hear from this beautiful woman, Kelly. You can go to the next slide. Kelly is a woman astronaut. Oh, it's not there. Shoot. Okay, Tanya, can you speak a little bit to Kelly from the exec call?
I just know that she's one of only 100 women that have been in the astronaut program. So that alone, like, I don't know the percentage of people that actually make it into the program in the first place, but I just think with our theme of drive, she's like driven in a rocket ship. So what better person could we have than to be on stage and speak to us and inspire us in a really big way? It's going to be awesome.
So just look at the notes and go to on your sites, you guys, at the very bottom, it'll say you can go to events, and then it'll say global convention. There'll be a lot more things coming up, but look to who this woman is, or screenshot it, and then go Google her or ChatGPT her or whatever, and find out who she is, because it is so exciting, the little bits and pieces that I've learned about her. So we're going to be super inspired by a powerful woman. So what are we going to be doing? Yes.
She is also a candidate for the Mars One mission. She's scheduled to lead an all-female suborbital space flight with the Virgin Atlantic in 2026. And she also was the director of human space flight operations for the International Institute for Aeronautical Sciences. She's a mama. She is powerful.
Wow.
Do people not blow your minds?
Yeah.
Like that, one of the things with this business, you guys, is vision. How big can we go? How much can we expand? And then going beyond it, and then beyond it, and then beyond it. And so to think of this woman and what she's going to bring to us, especially in our drive era, is going to be magical. So let's.
And she's in her 30s. I think she's in her 30s.
And she's in her 30s. So, I mean, I would go to convention just to hear this woman, to expand, because the saying of progress equals happiness. If you ever feel stuck, feel like, am I growing? Right? The whole saying of you're either growing or you're dying. So we want to keep growing and expanding and putting ourselves out there. So we want to continually be inspired by people. And they say, you become the 5 people that you're surrounded by, right? So the people that are going to really lift you. So convention, we're going to just go through these really super quick, just so that you're ready. You can go and dive into it more later. But who likes a theme? Put a 3 if you like a theme and a party. And trust me, if you don't want to do the stuff, you don't have to. You just show up how you want to show up, because that's how we do it. But themes are funny. So if you're wondering, how shall I show up at convention? Well, the welcome party, we're going to have a welcome party, and it is going to be the Disco Speedway. So dress in your upscale disco gear or race attire. I am totally seeing some men in some race attire, but also some disco cool stuff. So there's going to be a lot of fun there. There's going to be appetizers. Don't expect a ton of food at this. There's going to be some light snacks here and there. There's going to be a cash bar. There's going to be great music. So the first night, just expect to be having some fun. And we are also going to be having a one-person Big Difference family celebration right before this. And we'll get more of that information out, but that'll be right after the leadership meeting. And it is going to be so fun. So make sure that you put in your calendars now the welcome party, but the one-person Big Difference party right before, and we'll get more of those details. So recognition gala. Convention, it happens, like I said, every 18 months. And so every 18 months, we come together for an evening of pure recognition. Now, recognition is something that a lot of people just in life never get in general. And it is an evening of celebrating you. It's celebrating people around you. It's also an evening of, again, vision expansion. It's also an evening of inspiration. So my suggestion to you is just to really, really look to the people that are being recognized that night. Be aware of the smiles, be aware of the joy, be aware of the truth and the realness of what's going on and the quality of people, because what you're going to see is real stories and real happenings. So this is also a night to be dressing up, right? If you want to dress up and feel good, do it. You can be semi-formal or formal, you guys. You gotta, this is another time to just, your future self. Where do you want to be? When you think of yourself as whatever it is that is just inspiring to your soul in life, maybe it's an MC, maybe it's an executive, maybe it's a presidential, maybe it's just you want to be something else, but your mission is a certain way. Just see yourself as that and show up that night for that. Yes, Tina, dress the part and you will become the part. That is so real. So get ready to dress up and have fun with it, you guys. Just put yourself out there. And executives, you make sure that you are ready to have a Monte Carlo night, formal casino night, dress up. And this was something at our first convention. I remember seeing, we were like, we say that we were pro nothings because our pros went from 0 to 10. And we weren't even a pro 1 yet. And we saw execs. And so this is a time too, just to look and be like, I want to be at the next one. I want to go, I want to be there. I want you to visualize yourself and just go from there. So we'll get that information out there. And who loves sticks? And who loves lemonade Axio? So put it on your calendar, right? And start today to be promoting that we are going to have Axio flavor lemonade in sticks. I saw a mom that I know the other day that has kids in baseball. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for this summer to throw the sticks in and all that. So make sure that all your customers and consultants and everybody know that. And yes, we're constantly praying. People keep saying, oh, I want peach. Oh, I want that. So yes, we want that. But just know that that is coming April 1st. So put that in your calendar that you'll be able to get those. As you know, we just went through Evolve. You guys, it is magic of what this company can do to get us all on the same compensation plan and to get all these products there. So as you know, we went through that on March 1st. But if you know of anybody in Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, the European Union, Mexico, do you know? Guess what? If you don't know, that's okay. Ask your team. Do you know somebody here? Do you know somebody in Australia? Do you know somebody in New Zealand, Mexico, Japan? I'm telling you, when you start asking those questions and leading people, there's always people that know people in those areas. Mindbody is going to be launched as consultants to purchase on the 15th of this month. So we want to let people know, and you can, if you want to go loud on social media, you can go there, you can go in your stories or anywhere else, but ask the question of others and don't just assume again for yourself. And then at convention, those markets will launch for customers. So that's really exciting. All right, Breakfast in Blue, this is a deal that Marisa, Tanya, if one of you can take over, it's so exciting. And for those of you taking notes, we're going to get into the good stuff right now from here going forward, okay? Get your notes ready because today, moving forward, I want you to know that these extra goody things that are coming your way can happen for you, even if you're at 0 points and whatnot. So, Tanya, do you want to start? And anybody else can?
I think Marisa's eager to say it. Go ahead, Marisa.
Perfect.
Well, I love diamonds because diamonds are a girl's best friend. And it's my birthstone, April. So I don't have a Tiffany diamond. And I would love to have one. And what I really love about LifeVantage is they opened this up. I'm so happy that they opened it up to senior consultants 3 and above. So
Yeah.
that is huge. Sometimes I think when you see things, they go, oh, it's just for the executives, you kind of check out. Don't ever do that, by the way. We talked about conviction, right? We could in the SC call tonight, and we talked about how important, like, it is to have the belief. We talked a lot about belief. So believe that whether you're a man or a woman, you're worthy of diamonds and that they are beautiful
Yes.
and jewelry is beautiful. And just to have the experience of what you're going to be able to do at convention is this is breakfast at Tiffany's, and you get $1,000 gift certificate and a personal shopper to help you shop and pick something out. And it can be, $1,000. It could be less than that, or you could have it as a down payment. It's strictly up to you. But what you have to do is you have to get 25 25 era tracks. That's your enroll track, your retain track, or your advanced track. 25 tracks. Now, what is that? What is a track? A track is, if it's an earning track, it's 750 points. I won't get into all the details at the moment because I'll finish talking about the breakfast in blue. So if you need to have a goal of, I want to be senior consultant 3, get there. Be a senior consultant in 3 and then get 25, or you have to be paid as a senior consultant 3, sorry. So you have to be paid as a senior consultant 3, and then you can earn these tracks. So yeah, you're going to have to work harder than you normally do. You have to 10x your efforts in order to do this. But listen, don't not do it if you're excited, because no
Yeah.
matter what you do puts you ahead of the game, right? And you get to have this and it's double points this month.
That's a
So
big thing. So
that's
don't
huge.
miss on me and say 25 tracks. If you are at 0 right now, you basically can have 13 and you're there.
That's huge. And if you think about it, you guys, you can do enroll tracks. You could get it all in enroll tracks, or maybe it's in retain tracks, or it's in a rank advancement, well, that's a lot of tracks. It's 25 rank advancement track or 13. But you just see what I'm saying? You can do this month. And I used an example tonight that, let's say somebody took something for hostage in your home, or just took your child for hostage. It's a bad example, but it's the power. Like, what would you do? You would do anything to earn that, right? So just think about the mindset to just 10x your thoughts, and really have that conviction that you can do this and that you will have a royal experience. It will be and to have double points this month, it's huge. So,
And the next slide, Tanya, will show everybody. Okay. Oh, Sean and I, if you go ahead if you have the old one, so 1,000, it'll show how to look. If you're like, I don't know how many tracks I have. Beautiful, Tanya, right here. If you go into your back office here, and if you go into, so take a picture of this. If you're like, I have no idea how many tracks I have, I get it. Go here, click on incentive trackers, then click, see how it says January, go to the drop down there, January to March, tracks achieved, go and look and see how many tracks that you have, and then you're going to be making sure that it's on the drive era right there. And two, if you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, get with your support team. Get with your support team, get with customer service. They're all here to help. All of the MCs and up above, they've all got account support sales manager teams that can help you map out the rest of the month. So we want you, like Marisa said, to get that $1,000, to have that experience, to be treated like, royalty. How often do we get experiences like that? I mean, it's just such a cool thing. So write down now, I'm going to breakfast at Tiffany's. And again, it might not be something that drives you, but it might be something that drives your team, but they'll be inspired by you and the work that you're putting in, okay? Real quick, we are going to MB Core and Enhance being sold separately. After people already have a subscription is been extended now till April. So that is super awesome. So don't worry about that. I have a good feeling that'll go into the future. No promises, of course, ever, but I have a good feeling about that. And Alaskan Cruise incentive, you guys, last month to qualify. So let's make sure we've got a lot of people going. So incentives, we always want to go and earn those suckers. So let's make sure that we are really looking, because if we're following and doing those things, we're going to get to where we're going. All right, I see you going to this next. Everybody turn your volume up. Miss Angie Rosas spoke on the exec call the other day, and on our leadership call today, our execs were like, everybody needs to hear this. So Tanya, play it, and take notes, you guys, and let this sink into your soul.
Thank you so much, and thank you to all my entire LiveVantage family. I just want to say that achieving this rank, it definitely means to me a lot, not only because of the title, but just because of what it represents. I think us here at this call as executives, we know everything that goes behind the scenes to get to this title and to get to this rank. And I was talking to my sister, and we were FaceTiming, and we were so excited because it was a team achievement. We talked about that this means the person I have become. Because in reality, when I started doing network marketing, I had no idea what was ahead of me. I decided to trust the process, to stay close to my mentors, to build allies, working with corporate, with Jake, with Kristen, that have been extremely important in my success. And I realized that this business every single day is really about helping other people win. And when I 100% focus on that every single day, then the rest just follows. So today I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. I have made really strange decisions in LiveVantage. My first decision was when Mexico opened up the market. I went to my husband and I said, honey, I have an idea. I want you to quit your job. I want us to sell our homes and our cars, and let's move to Mexico and let's start this from scratch. And he's like, wait, but are you sure? I'm like, I'm sure. I think this is it. And so we did. We were recently married. We sold everything. We went to Mexico, and we started building when ProTandem wasn't even available in Mexico. And just 6 months ago, I made another crazy decision. All the craziest decisions, I've made them with LiveVantage. The other crazy decision is that I sat down my husband again, and I'm like, baby, I have an idea. And he's like, oh my goodness, another great idea of yours. And I said, and I sat down my parents as well. As I don't know if you've heard our story, but because of LiveVantage, my sister and I have been able to retire both of my parents. They were still working at they were 70 years old, and they were working long hours. And we were able to say, Mom, Dad, you're never going to have to work for the rest of your life. And I got a text from my dad one day, and he said, I just went and gave the key of my shop to the guy that was renting the shop. And he said, it has been one of the best days of my life. We freed our parents. And for that, I will be forever thankful for LifeVantage. There's no words that I can put in a speech right now to express the gratitude that I have my father. He's 76 years old. He's the full-time nanny of my 6-month baby, Martina. And right now, as I'm talking here with you,
By choice.
he's downstairs feeding my baby. Like, she's starting solids. She's 6 months old. And today he's feeding her like a banana and cereal as we speak. And exactly by choice. And I will forever be grateful for that. And 6 months ago, I sat my family again and I said, I have another idea. LifeVantage is opening up Spain. So why don't we sell our home? We sell our belongings, and now we all move to Spain and go all in with the expansion of Europe with LifeVantage. So my last day at the house where I am right now, it's May 31st, because June 4th, I will be moving my entire family, my mom, my dad, my husband, my 2 daughters, and they will be able to experience just a magical life, just traveling around the world, doing what I love. Right now it's 1 p.m. here. This is my 8th Zoom of the day. I have like no voice, just because I can't stop sharing the vision of LifeVantage. You know, what's happening with the MB system, the launch of Spain, the launch of Mexico. We just launched a girl with 0 experience in network marketing. Month 1, she did 10,000 points. Month 2, she did 50,000 points. Last month, she did 70,000 points. 3rd month, no experience in MLM. And all because we have the belief, we have the team, we have the right partnership. We have Kristen on board, we have Jake on board, we have Carlos from compliance on board, we have Sandra behind the call center, we have, you know, it's a team. We have you, Skylar, we have Cliff, we have everybody on board. And I'm just so extremely, I think the word is committed. My teacher taught me, my sister, who's my teacher, she taught me this, and she says, one thing is being excited about everything, and one thing is being committed. So I have the commitment with LifeVantage to, you know, take this company to $1 billion, open markets in a very solid way, build leaders, and do everything from passion and from love. I think that would be, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my sister Lou. You all know her. She is my guide, my partner. We travel, we laugh, we eat, we play, we do everything together. And I love this life. I love LifeVantage, and I'm just so excited because I know there's a lot of easy ones in this call, and I know this will also be possible for you to work towards your EC2 and towards presidential. Thank you, and I can't wait to hug you and see you at convention. And thank you, Jake. You are the best partner to travel with.
Okay. Talk to me. Put one word in the chat with how that made you feel. Like, how do you feel right now after hearing her? Honestly. Honestly. You can't help but not feel her and be inspired by her, and to know that she is packing up her things to move to another country and start fresh. What kind of belief do you have that she knows where LifeVantage is going, right? Or she knows where it's going. She knows where it was. She started when there was not even Protandim in her market, right? It's that vision, it's that belief, it's that all-knowing, it's that commitment. Like she said, yes, I've got a passion, I've got love, I've got belief, I've got all of this, but I'm committed, and I'm going to show up every day, and I'm going to raise the standards to change lives and to pay for her parents, you guys, right? To retire the parents. Who do you want to help in your life? Who do you want to buy a house for? Who do you want to retire? Who do you want to just go out and give $100 to? Just because? Who do you want to do all these extra little things just because you can and because you want to, because you know where you're going, and it's just to make a difference? We had a sermon this weekend at church, and it was all about your life is a sermon. So how are we showing up every single day, and how do we want to live, and how do we want to pour back to people, and what type of vision do we want to give people to dream bigger, to go bigger, to live larger, and just to love and have that service mentality to everyone that we serve. I'm telling you, if you ever feel like you're in a funk, go out and serve. Go out and ask for a three-way call. Go out and ask to do a meeting, because you will get out of that funk in a heartbeat, I promise. So we're going to bring to you, along with all of what she just said, it's the perfect timing. And we said we're bringing it back. We had this before our enhancements came, and we want to continue it. If anybody was here when we had Performance Club, put a 1 in the chat. And who loved Performance Club, put a 1 in the chat. And who felt a difference, and who felt energy, and who felt a purpose, and who felt like they wanted to be a part of something in a big way, put a 1 in the chat. I have multiple cards. This is not even half of them that I have got from months and years of people being in what is called Performance Club. If you want to be a founder, put a number 2. There's something powerful about being a founder, and just to be known that I was the 2025 founding member of Performance Club. That is something that our family, our One Person Big Difference family, does here. And we are bringing it back, and we are bringing it back big by the name of somebody called Bob Heilig. And have you put, or if you have heard of Bob Heilig, you may have heard of him, you may have not heard of him. Again, 5, my favorite, high 5. If you've heard of Bob, put a 5 in the chat. And if you love this guy, he is somebody that I have not personally directly worked with, but Miss Tanya Sheldon has, the Dipbolts have, I know Tanya's followed others. Tanya, can you share who Bob is and what he's done for you, and why people really want to make sure they're a part of Performance Club? And then I'll go into some of those details, because this is something, y'all, everybody, day 1 started, you've been here for 13 years, you're in. We want you in, and we're starting tonight.
Y'all want to be in.
I'm so excited.
It's like the perfect time to bring something like this back in, because I don't know about you, but I almost feel like some of us have forgotten how to do a simple invite through this mind-body crazy roller coaster ride, right? And this will simply get us back to the basic behaviors of reaching out to people, finding out their why, finding out their pain, inviting them, connecting them to a tool, and then bringing in third party and getting yourself into Performance Club, giving yourself 2 new enrollments every single month with 150 SV. This is something that is so doable, but I think so many of us have felt paralyzed. So it's a perfect time to come back to this. And yes, I have followed Bob since the days of, I forget what it was called, but it started with a P, where you would log in and you would see them on your phone. And then I was in rooms with him when another app came out during COVID, and I can't remember that one. But I've done his coaching, and I mean, I've been able, like today, I had an amazing conversation with him through Instagram, because he is that kind of person. Bob Heilig is a LifeVantage heart center leader, and he sees us, he sees the company, he sees what we're doing. And I just think we could not pick a better person from the jump to speak to us and speak where we're at in this season. And so you need to do whatever it takes to make sure you do not miss his message that he has for you on this Zoom, because I know without a doubt it will inspire you. It's called, his service is called the Love-Led Approach. He has a podcast called Your Virtual Upline. It's really great basics, and he just stays in tune with the industry, and he's just heart-centered. He loves the Lord. You guys, you just have to do whatever it takes. I have to do whatever it takes right now. So you don't want to miss this.
So thank you, Tanya. I have followed Bob, from the distance for years now, and I have always had just the most respect for him, because he's not hype, he's grounded. And I love about the love, serve, grow, because that's 100% who we are, right? We love, we serve, we grow, integrity. Yes, Vicki. So how do we get into Performance Club? We are going to all get a minimum of 2 new enrollments. Okay, every month, write down, I will get 2 new enrollments. And those enrollments, both of them totaling 150 sales volume. Okay, so you can have 2 new customers, you can have 2 new consultants, you can have 1 customer, 1 consultant, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can have 1, if you get 1 consultant and they come in on a business pack, well, that takes care of the 150, right? But you still need to get 1 more. So you have to have a minimum of 2 enrollments. So make sure you can go above the sales volume. You can get 1, yeah, anyway, I just basically said the same thing. So make sure it's 2 new and they both of them total a minimum of 150. And if you go above that and beyond that, amazing. We ended up doing other things in the past for that. So keep just doubling it and showing up for yourself and doing more. But what we've always taught from day 1 is 2 a day, every day. I'm going to expose this business, this opportunity, these products to a minimum of 2 people every day. Do you guys think you can do that? 2 people, 2 new people every day, 2 people. Write down, my tip to you is to write down their names before you go to bed at night. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, there's something powerful about it. Like in your dreams, you wake up thinking about it, and there's just some magic that kind of can happen from it. And then you go out and you do the Mel Robbins rule of just getting it done right away within those first few seconds. And you just share with your heart, why did you think about them? Why you thought of them? Like Tanya said, using that third party, using our customer groups, using all those things, and getting into Performance Club. We are going to shout it out every single day when people join, and we're going to have that big call on April 3rd. So put it in your calendars now, because I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. I believe in you, and we're all here to help you. April 3rd at, what time was it again, Tanya? 7:30? No.
7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you. 7 p.m. Central on April 3rd with Bob Heilig. You're going to grow immensely. And we're going to do these calls once a month with people that blow our minds as far as value goes. Okay. We're going to continue just to bring value, 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 value. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Danny says, yes, from John Maxwell. Yes, love Performance Club, Mia. You guys, I'm not kidding you. Look at all of these cards from years past. And there's something beautiful and magical that happens when we all come together to really, really bring the energy. And who can do 2 enrollments? 2 a day, every day. So if you have 2 people, 30 days in a month, right? The statistics we know, and we're going to be the fortunes in the follow-up. So as the months go forward, we're going to bring the energy forward, and we'll keep training and doing things on how to follow up, how to invite, how to do these things. Get out of your head, get into your heart. Do not overthink this, please. But Performance Club is fun, and we're going to bring it, and we're going to have a good time with it, and we're going to show up at convention, right? And we're just going to bring the energy. Anything else? I know we're over, so I want to respect time. But was Angie not amazing? I want you to take a bite of Angie. If I can get that, it's big. If I can get that into Telegram tonight, you guys, I will. I'll get that into the One Person Big Difference Telegram so that you can listen to it again or share that with your team. But borrow Angie's belief, okay? Have a talk with yourself and just be like, she is literally selling everything, moving to another country because she believes. And that's really, you know, when we first got started, when we decided, okay, Sean, you're going to be done. We still didn't have an earnings disclosure statement. We weren't going to have normal insurance. We weren't going to have a set pay for either of us. It was a lot of blind faith, but it was that intuition of knowing, like, it's going to happen. We're going to make it happen. It's happening. Let's go. So I'm rambling. Energy. Yes, Angie was amazing. All right. Love you guys. Performance Club. We're starting it up tonight. Who's in? Who's in? Let's see who's in for Performance Club. Let's do it, you guys. Let's do it. I don't see everybody's hands up. I see most people's hands. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, I love it. There's Tanya. Oh, look at Julie. So pretty. So pretty. All right, you guys. Let's have a great evening. Let's show up. We got to show up to go up. All the meetings, all the things, and just having fun. All right. We love you. Reach out. Don't do this business alone. We're here for you. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for Marisa, everybody that contributed tonight. And if you were on the SC or MC calls, so excited for you. Let's get everything done. Love you. And I just saw Wendy saying that she was stuck, but I'm going to throw Wendy under the bus here because Wendy put out her picture of her before and afters. And so if anybody here has a stuck thing in your head, Mama Po's going to come and say, we're flushing that. Because once again, Wendy is showing up and she is making an impact. And every day for every single one of you, when you show up and when you get out of bed and when you get up and do the things, you're making progress. So nice to yourselves. You be nice to yourselves. Okay. Here I go again, rambling away. Love you all. Okay. Good night. Love